This is what college football looks like, and it's the same everywhere. Good times eating, drinking, and we all sort of pretend like we know what the hell's gonna happen. So even though I'm in New York and not on campus, all season long, I'm eating, drinking, and figuring out what the hell's gonna happen in the games of the week. This is Easy Call.
It's week 3 of the college football season, so I'm here at Zito's for beer and all of the Italian sandwiches. Ooh. That's Parmageddon, that's what's happening right now. But it's week 3, the headline game of the week, maybe even the headline game of the season. A&M hosting Alabama, big SEC West matchup. Kyle Field, it's gonna be a loud afternoon game. Keys for Alabama are as follows. They need to run straight at that Aggie front, a really inexperienced, not that good Aggie front so far in 2013. TJ Eldon should have a great time between the tackles. Number 2, pass protection for the Tide. Virginia Tech was able to get the best of Alabama. Rebuilt Alabama offensive line. There's talent there, but they struggled a little bit. They need to work on that so A.J. McCarron can get in a rhythm. And finally, Alabama needs to be able to contain Johnny Manziel. They're not going to stop him, but don't overrun the play. Don't give him lanes. Don't give him time to improvise. What they will need to do is just play sound gap control football. For Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel, he's going to do his thing, but get the ball out of his hands quickly. They're going to do it through the air. That's what the offense does, but also on the ground with Ben Molina, Trey Carson, test that Alabama front. They're good, but if they can get into a rhythm and a quick rhythm, it's going to behoove the Aggies. Next, special teams play. Christian Jones went off against Virginia Tech. Got to be sound there. Have to make tackles in the open field. Can't have... If Alabama is returning punts and kicks for touchdowns again, it's going to get real ugly real quick. And finally, the offensive line, a really good offensive line, Jake Matthews and Cedric Ogbuyi on both sides. Sorry, I'm distracted by how good this smells. They're going to need to play quickly. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, it's going to be loud at Kyle Field. You know Nick Saban hates tempo, so do what he hates. Play quickly, get Alabama tired, and roll down the field. It's a 9-point, God, it's a lot of points. Alabama's favored by 9 on the road. I'm going to take those points. A really good SEC team at home, taking points, give me the Aggies. Now give me parm. I'm going to start chicken. You got a solid amount of chicken in there. I'm seeing a triple layer, triple decker. That's a good sign. You have the fresh mozz oozing out. It's a classy touch. It could be a little spicier, but that's just personal taste. But flavor-wise, packed in there. Wow. Next, UCLA travels to Nebraska. Actually, I think all 5 games are going to be west of Mississippi. What is up, western half of the United States? But UCLA, 4.5-point underdogs going to Lincoln. They played last year. Weird game. Keys this year for the Bruins. Go right at the Nebraska defensive front. They're real bad. They haven't played anybody, and they're still real bad. They're going to get yards there. And then go over the top with Shaq Evans to make sure Nebraska can't send safeties in support, because Shaq Evans is really fast and gets deep really quickly. And finally, if they can get a push on the inside of their defensive line into the Nebraska offensive line, Spencer Long, very, very good for the Huskers. But if they can get Taylor Martinez a little bit confused, a little bit rattled early, so he can't improvise, so he can't stretch plays like he did for like 1,000 yards in last year's game, UCLA is going to be just fine. For the Huskers, it's really similar stuff. That offensive line is really good. Go at that UCLA front. They're down Dayton Jones from last season. They have Amir Abdullah. They have Terrell Newby. They have Amani Cross. They have talent there. Go straight at UCLA. Try to open up the field for Taylor Martinez, because he ran for like, again, 1,000 yards last season. The defense is still a concern. They're going to bend, and that's hopefully all they do if you're a Huskers fan. They need to play really well in the red zone, force Brett Hundley into mistakes there. Bend but don't break, a cliche, but that's Nebraska's big hope here against a really powerful UCLA offense. And finally, Taylor Martinez needs to get rid of the ball early. You don't want Taylor Martinez javelining the ball after reading that defense. UCLA's secondary, not that great, but you don't need to be all that great to confuse Taylor Martinez. I like the Bruins on the road here. It's going to be a fun, high-scoring game, 42-39. The Bruins walk away with an exciting win in Lincoln. Here's an exciting win for me. Eggplant parm. You got real cheesy outer carriage situations. Eggplant. Meaty, tender. It spills over with this fresh mozz. I would go watch this eggplant parm being made in an orchestral hall. Yeah. Okay, let's stay out west. Arizona State, 5-point favorites over visiting Wisconsin. A nice little Big Ten Pac-12 matchup. If there's anything Arizona State does really, really well, outside of offense, Will Sutton hurts people and is a dangerous man. So Wisconsin, Get to the edges. Melvin Gordon's a human cheat code. He's going to be really fun to watch all year long. Do that. Really test Arizona State in space. Wisconsin, they need to play their game. Don't overhaul everything. Don't overhaul the offense for a speedy Arizona State defense. But they can go over the top. Jared Aberderis deep. Make that secondary, make that Arizona State defense stay honest. Lastly, Wisconsin needs to tackle really well in the open field, especially against Marion Grice and DJ Foster. As good a 1-2 punch in any backfield in the Pac-12 as we've seen. It's going to be a challenge. For the Sun Devils, do exactly that. Confuse Wisconsin in that new 3-4 defensive front with Marion Grice and DJ Foster. Throw in Taylor Kelly, who's really efficient, has some nice weapons on the outside. Get those package plays going. Get Wisconsin really on their heels. Next for the Sun Devils, Big Will Sutton, as much as he possibly can. It's actually a really nice Arizona State defensive line. You collapse that Wisconsin pocket, a new look Wisconsin offensive line, and they're going to be fine, and they're going to open up holes, and they're going to get theirs. But collapse, confuse. Joel Stave is a nice, efficient quarterback, but nobody's nice and efficient with Big Will Sutton there. He's like 9 of me. Lastly, it's supposed to be 103 degrees in Tempe. You might be used to that if you're an Arizona State player. You know who's not used to that? People in Wisconsin uniforms. It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be sweaty. Play quickly, play with tempo, Arizona State. Get Wisconsin on their heels. Good things happen with defensive linemen sweating, panting on their heels. Do that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the Shockers. I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Sun Devils. I'm gonna go with the Heat. Let's call it 35-28, a fun game to watch. I mean, any game with Will Sutton's fun. Go ASU. It's meatball parm time. I'm gonna hammer that Fresh Mott's train home. And as you can see, the marinara soak does not permeate the sandwich membrane. It's a tunnel of lovely. I'm gonna drive through that tunnel.
Zito sandwich, how may I help you?
Final Parmageddon power ranking. We have the chicken, amazing. The eggplant, delightful. And the meatball, meaty, delicious, flavorful. Upset alert, I'm going eggplant. How about that? Thin, flavorful, meaty, juicy, absorbs the sauce. I'm a fan of all of this. The chicken, as good a chicken parm as I've had in New York. There's nothing bad I could possibly find to say about this. Look at it. And then the meatball, I mean, it's a meatball parm. It's amazing. It's juicy, not dry at all, well flavored. Go eggplant. That's what I'm going with. All right, this makes me thirsty. So I'm gonna go outside in the backyard and drink beer. Oh, and there's 2 more games. Where is it? Ooh, that's the eggplant. This is my producer, Adam, who's been sexualizing this eggplant, and it's been a little bit weird. Enjoy it, Adam. That's gonna happen. Anyway, next game. Ole Miss, Texas, in Austin. Texas's last week in Utah. Oh, not so fun against BYU. Fired their defensive coordinator, Manny Diaz. He's gone. Keys for Ole Miss, going to, it's not all that hostile at DKR, but Texas still could be a good team. We don't know. Keys for Ole Miss, run those read plays. Texas looked really confused against BYU. Jeff Scott, Bo Wallace, Dr. Bo, keep doing that. Next, keep things simple. If things are working for Ole Miss on the road against a team in Texas that killed them last year in Oxford, don't get complicated. Don't try to figure out ways to get Laquan Treadwell and Dante Moncrief the ball and all. Just keep it simple. Lastly, it's a big, fast, angry defensive line led by, Robert Kemdiche, the freshman. Really good, really strong. They're gonna be able to get in Texas's backfield against a Texas offensive line that's not all that good. Take advantage. And plus, the better the D-line is, the less safety help is needed in the box. For Texas, it's real simple. Tackle somebody, tackle anybody, wrap somebody up. I'd love to see that. It'd be a new fun thing for the Longhorns this season and last season. That's essentially, if they do that, they're winning this game. Number 2, be patient, Texas. If things aren't working at the beginning of the game in the first quarter, if you're not able to run on Ole Miss, you're not able to pass on Ole Miss, it's okay. Keep the game plan intact, keep going, find a rhythm. It's gonna be okay. It's 4 quarters of football, Texas. And finally, test that Ole Miss secondary. Not all that great, and you have 2 receivers that can easily go over 100 yards in this game, just like they did last week against BYU and Mike Davis and Jackson Shipley. Test Ole Miss deep. Give David Ash a little bit of time. The offensive line's not great. Give him time. Texas is favored by 4.5. What am I gonna go with here? Ole Miss, pretty good team. Got killed by Texas last year. It's in Austin this year. I'm gonna give the points. I think Texas is a touchdown better. Let's go 45-38. Can they stop Ole Miss in this game? Probably not. Can they win a shootout? Probably. That's where I'm going. And here's the thing about sweet action, the 6-point goodness. I'm not a beer nerd. I can't tell you anything about hops or anything like that, but it's a little bit sweet, a little bit crisp. Tastes good when the sun's out. I mean, what more do you need? All right, Strawberry Canyon hosting Ohio State. Cal, of course. 15-point favorites. Ohio State is going to Cal. This is gonna be tough for Cal. Braxton Miller, though, coming in wounded, sprained MCL. We don't know if he's gonna play. He could. Kenny Guyton has looked really good stepping in for him. Either way, no matter who the quarterback is, especially if it's Braxton, though, get it out of his hands quickly. Minimize injury risk. Get it to Jordan Hall. Get it to Dontre Wilson. They're both really good and really fast, and Cal's defense is awful. Brings us to number 2. Run straight at Cal. Cal is the worst defense in the Pac-12. Colorado's in the Pac-12, and Cal is worse. It's at Cal. I appreciate that, but Ohio State should run ragged. And finally, confuse the hell out of Cal's freshman quarterback, Jared Goff. They don't have the best secondary. They don't have the most experienced front. I'm talking about Ohio State, but they have a true freshman quarterback, Cal does. Confuse him. Mix up fronts. Mix up schemes. You can get to him. Finally, Cal, do a lot of this. Hope Braxton Miller's injured. Hope he can't play to 100%. Let's all hope he's fine, but Kenny Guyton, much better option to play against than Braxton Miller, who might even win the Heisman this season. Next bullet point, if you're Cal, you gotta hope for a little bit of luck. Special teams, weirdness, fumbles, tipped passes. You have to hope things weirdly break Cal's way because it's Ohio State and a really good team, and Cal almost lost to an FCS team in Portland State last week. Not so good. Finally, Cal's gonna play very quickly in this game, so good for them in that Sonny Dykes offense, but you can't drive 60 yards and get nothing. You have to get points at the end of every single drive in which you're trying to wear out the inexperienced Ohio State front. Look, I'm gonna need way more of these if I'm gonna try to figure out how to really take Cal against Ohio State, even though it's at home. It's gonna be 38-20 Buckeyes. Cal's gonna make it fun for a little while. They're gonna be fun all year to watch. Ohio State has too much talent, too many things going for the Buckeyes. Now what are we gonna do? Let's walk down Fifth Ave. Easiest way to get home. I have my phone in my pocket. Let's look at Twitter. Let's answer some questions. Let's all get weird. Oh yeah, it's Twitter time. First question from Burrito Bros something. By how much would Alabama beat the Jacksonville Jaguars? Nobody knows what that is, sir. Please be more specific. Next. Hypothetical from Austin. Oregon undefeated. Baylor 11-1. Alabama 10-2. Wins the SEC. Who goes to the national championship game? Oregon, Alabama. The teams are too big. We wanted to see this matchup for too long. Baylor's the odd man out. The matchup is just too sexy. A lot of people watched Oregon, Auburn. Most people ever in cable history. Auburn and Alabama, essentially the same thing. Correct. No, it's Oregon, Alabama. And finally, do the Illini have a chance against Washington in Chicago this weekend? A chance if Washington's secondary is awful. I'm still going with Washington. Too many ways to win. Illinois, too many ways to lose. I'm going Huskies here. But this week, Texas A&M, Texas, Arizona State. I'm going UCLA. Let's go Ohio State. It's Cal. Come on now. I'm 7-3 on the season. I'll take 70%. I'll take that all day long. I've had like 19 sandwiches. I'm going to go take a nap, but we'll see you next week.